Welcome to your Magic Moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. I'm at the MGM. I got invited to a conference. Shout out to PJ. I just got to see Ray Lewis speak. Damn, that man is a preacher. I had no idea. Leo rising, Moon, Saturn, Venus in Cancer in the 12th. So he's an ultimate legend because the ruler of his 12th is in its dignity, Moon in Cancer, and in a Taurus Sun. This man is a very gifted performer. Yeah, I'll tell you that. He got a lot of soul in him. I don't want to say too much about that, but he did say one thing that as a fellow Moon Saturn resonated at my core. He said, do not place your faith or trust in other people, or don't listen to other people. Listen to the God within them. He was preaching. He was quoting a lot of the Bible, so all you could tell who grew up in the church and everything, it basically felt like like a Sunday service. But yeah, he said, don't listen to people. Appreciate you. Don't listen to people. Listen to the God that exists within them. Appreciate you, man. I'm gonna say that one more time. Do not listen to other people. Do not listen or put your faith or trust in other people. Well, he didn't say that part. He said don't listen to other people. But I'm gonna add this. Do not put your trust or faith in other people. We make mistakes, bruh. Listen to the God within them. There's a universe within everybody, every man, every woman. That's what the whole point of Namaste is. The God in me sees the God in you. I don't know if that's exactly what it means, but despite the mistakes we make, our bodies, which are temples, enable us this communion without a middleman to the kingdom of heaven within you. The queendom of heaven, the kingdom of heaven. Just know you have heavenly vibes within you. And if that person does not have a God within them, why would you ever listen to what they say? I mean, I take a different unorthodox approach. We just demon slay. If you don't got a God in you, what else you got in you? But that being said, I thought that was a beautiful reminder. I think that's that. I thought that was a beautiful reminder. And outside of that, okay, yeah, that was over there. And outside of that, I really don't even know what to say. I'm just vibing, to be completely honest. But I will add, thankfully, through this moon in Capricorn, this is going to be able to take this passion, these broken through talents, and prepare for a most extraordinary supernatural breakthrough than ever. So let me just remind you, the moon is in Capricorn, the sun is in Leo. We're going to have the 150-degree angle in the middle of this transit, so tomorrow. And relative to that, before we have the moon in Aquarius, that's going to be a supernatural breakthrough of supernatural talents. Meaning, it's going to be a 180-degree opposition of the moon to the sun, with which that sun is a 180-degree opposition to Pluto and Aquarius. So the moon's going to be conjunct Pluto. And relative to that, this is going to put you in more of a position to realistically, through the moon in Capricorn, take this collective universal power that is Capricorn, representative of integrity, structure, organization, right? I mean, think of the organization and direction that is necessary in order to maintain this order, right? You have crosswalk guards people here. You have this truck here, right? You have the police upholding sections, codes, rules, laws. All of that is Saturnian. Uranus, Neptune, Pluto are trans-Saturnian. They exist outside and above and beyond the rules. But every structure has a system. Your skeletal structure, your body runs by systems. You have a lymphatic system, you have a respiratory system, you have a reproductive system. The entire world as we know it runs by systems. And Saturn rules Capricorn. That is the collective power. Aries is the individual power of you, but as we all know, one person can only do so much. Cancer is that foundation of family that helps you feel your roots and where you're from. And Libra is how we now take that and express and balance with others through agreements and partnerships. So that leaves the capstone, Capricorn, which is going to be that collective representation of everything and everybody and the actions you take relative to that. For you, it's your own decision making. Decisive, decide, which means you're killing every other option once you make that decision. Okay? So relative to that, Capricorn's relationship to Leo is one that takes Leo's passion and makes them a lot of motherfucking money. And makes them integrate discipline through the Virgo signature consistency. It's why Leo risings make a lot of money, because they have 6th house Capricorn. So they're going to play hard and they're going to work really hard too. And Capricorn is going to maximize how much work you are able to do, work referencing the Virgo 6th house of work, in order to now integrate fully this fire that is your passion in Leo. The structure necessary to house the fire so that it doesn't burn down, but that fire is able to provide more energy and power. Anyway, you need this structure because Aquarius is so weird. You're taking this celestial supernatural energy and it's going to, over the next 2 weeks, break you through into aspects of yourself 2-3 years ago you would have never thought was possible. And now Capricorn is going to form behavioral patterns around everything since the past week and a half that you have been in a position to activate relative to your passion, to activate relative to what it is you love to do, okay? And that's where if you get too caught up on expectations of others, if you get too caught up on what other people think, most people who don't even know you, they just have the idea of you that exists in their head with which they wish you will fit in, you're going to really miss much of what your purpose has brought you to this point to accomplish. You'd be surprised the amount of people who can look me in the eye or make the inference that I don't really provide anything of substance to community. I don't contribute anything to society. I'm not really doing anything meaningful in my life. But if you were to ask any of these people, honestly, what their chart ruler or moon sign is, they'll hit you with the, what are you talking about? Duh. These are the type of people you give your power away to. I don't go out there and brag like I help all sorts of people. I don't need to. Their word means nothing to me. It's unlike y'all who are able to reach out straight humble and let somebody know, hey, you were able to really break this down about me that no one else around me was able to know. You were able to really help me understand myself more. You were able to really see, help me be seen and push forward. Life isn't about broadcasting all of these quote unquote wins or see, I do help people. It's about pushing forward. You already know what it is of value you do, and you don't have anything to prove to anybody. You only have more of what you've built and developed for yourself that you can continue to break through. Anybody who is willing to get in your path to discourage you is an agent who's letting you know what side they stand on. So why would you give your power to somebody like that who is letting you know who they are the first time? Okay? I don't tell you to turn the other cheek. I tell you to bring out your sword, which is the word, and demon slay and hack people's heads off. And you can do that without having to argue with one person. It's all in your aura. It's all in the actions you take. So I'm saying that because with the Pluto opposition like this, and with Mars getting ready to go into Libra opposite Aries, so many people have this framework of what life means to them based off of the experiences they've had, the beliefs they've had. People will mainly only see you through the worldview they've been able to build. And if you take it personal, you may forget that ignorance is really the greatest evil. A lot of people aren't really as malicious as they are just stupid as fuck. So if you really take that personally, you'll lose sight in the reason of why you were meant to be there, to demonstrate with your presence, whether they get it or not in the moment, how it is you're getting ready to push forward. And so with this moon in Capricorn squaring a newly developed Mars in Libra that has finalized how you're going to plan your attack in preparation for it to hit the North Node, if not in Pisces and Aquarius, this integration is going to put together practically, physiologically, once again, practically, everything that you've activated since the new moon. A lot of people who are actually housing demons and a lot of people who are evil will look to you in your face and truly believe that they're a good person. All right? Not a lot of people evil will really admit they're evil unless they really don't care. But being evil just means you're against truth. It doesn't mean you do things that are bad to a society with their collective agreements. Because what a collective or society agrees or believes is bad changes with the age. And I don't care how extreme you think certain things are. But what's true is eternal. And anyone who does actions against truth will justify even the most simplest things that aren't really true. So as you integrate and tie all this together, this is going to help you understand how to utilize these new supernatural talents that through Scorpio have integrated in Sagittarius you fully have expressed and have seen. It's going to ground a lot more practically and physically how to now bring consistency to this passion, especially if over the past week you've been inspired. You've been inspired to do more, whether through, talking to people or breaking through in a certain sense. And this is very necessary to maintain said consistency because it's going to put you in a position to realistically break through when the moon goes into Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. All right. So fight that good fight. I know a lot of you won't open up to the fact that you're dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety. You're feeling the bent of the collective project their own anxiety because they're cowards for you to deal with. And many of you will never give yourself the credit that you have the strength to withstand all of that and still wake up in the morning and do what you know you're meant to do. It's okay to give yourself that credit. But that being said, the job's not finished. And as you continue to move forward to step into this new world, know that you're not here for no reason. And there's so many people who aren't even aware you exist and you're not aware they exist that have prayed for the gifts and talents you're developing currently right now. So with that being said, once again, I know I said that a lot. Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune are going to align the actions you take that respect this integrity of this new character you're reimagining. Nothing is new, but this next version of the character. Allow people to be disgusted or frustrated with the good, bad, and ugly parts of you. Allow people to be annoyed by bad and good habits you have. They're just showcasing their weakness and their inability to stand in your presence. So they'll create all sorts of rhetoric and sophistry to say that's your problem, when real recognize real. And if they had any strength in themselves, they can actually hold space in your presence instead of trying to project it. Let weak people be weak. Let strong people be strong. And move forward with the power you've been blessed with, y'all. Y'all stay blessed as always, and until next time. Peace. Soul Eater, bitch.